All right, so today we're talking about multiplying whole numbers. I get a lot of kids that are confused with multiplying numbers, especially as they get larger. When we're dealing with single digits, it's typically not a big deal. Memorization is a must. If you do not have things memorized, this will be very painstaking. Unless you have a calculator. And for this class, those things are going to be held at a very, very close minimum. Okay, I need you to understand, and I need you to understand multiplication. All right, inside and out. And that requires some memorization. So when we multiply whole numbers, the one thing you want to understand is we're just counting. We're counting by groups. So when I say 2, 4, 6, 8, really I'm counting by intervals of 2 or by groups of 2. So I did that 4 times, so 2 times 4 is 8. All right. Now I don't just have to count by 2s or 3s or 6s or 9s, or I can count by 221s and go 221, 442, 663, etc., etc. All right. But that's the philosophy, and that's what we have to understand. So as we start talking, and I'm going to make a little bit of a jump here, I'm going to say I've got, whoops, I thought I had. I'm going to say I have groups of 103. Okay, so that's my interval times, and I can say that's 24 of those groups. And it doesn't really matter whether I say I have 24 groups of 103 or 103 groups of 24, but it's almost always written more in this notation. So we come back to our place values when we do this, and most kids really struggle with that. I really don't care that they line up. Okay, it's nice that they do, and it keeps me in organization, keeps me organized. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the ones. So I'm going to take 4 times 103. So all I do, I can find my pen here again. 4 times 3 is 12. You carry the 1. 4 times 0 is 0, and 1 is 1, and 4 times 1 is 4. Now, you notice everything lines up with my ones place down here. This is the most important part right here. This guy is my ones place. This number lined up with my ones place. Now I go over here to my tens place. Yes, this is my tens place. And yes, I will multiply 2 groups of this 103. So I have 2 groups of 103, but really I don't. Okay, I have 2 tens place of 103, which some of you may automatically come back here and go either 0 or put an X there, because what happens there is I want my next number right under my 2 in my tens place. That's why it's important to know your place value system. So I have 2 times 3, which is 6, 2 times 0, which is 0. I never had that 1 on this particular time, so I have to kind of be careful about my penmanship there. So here's 0, and 2 times 1 is 2. Now I have 4 groups of 103, which makes me 412. I have 2 groups of 103, which is 206. So I have 2 and 4 groups, which gets me 2, 7, 4, 2. I'm adding groups. I'm adding 4 groups of 103 to 2 groups of 103, and I get an answer, total answer of 2,472. All right. As the numbers get much larger, you just get to do this more and more and more. Please don't confuse being longer and larger and everything with being more difficult, because it very seldom is. More repetitious, more time. Yeah, I get it, but it's not more difficult.